Did you know, millions of years ago, dinosaurs walked on Earth? Back then, there were no people at all. It's hard to imagine such a world. No cities, no cars, only large trees and dinosaurs everywhere. Earth was very different at that time, and dinosaurs ruled it. People like us were not around then, but what if we were?
That's true. The name dinosaur comes from Sir Richard Owen. He called them terrible lizards using Greek words. But dinosaurs were not lizards. They were reptiles, which is pretty cool. Dinosaurs and lizards are very different, you know. I'm glad Richard Owen gave them such an exciting name because dinosaur sounds just right for these amazing creatures.
So, how do we learn about dinosaurs if they lived so many years ago? Well, that's where paleontologists come in. They are like detectives who study fossils. Fossils are old bones from dinosaurs. These bones are very important because they tell us about the dinosaur's life long ago. It's amazing to think about how much we can learn from just bones, right?
Absolutely. Fossils really are key to understanding dinosaurs. Fossils form when a dinosaur dies and gets buried quickly. Over millions of years, the soft parts disappear, leaving the bones. These bones can turn as hard as rocks. That's how fossils are made. They help us learn so much about the shape and size of these great animals.
And because of these fossils, we know a lot about dinosaurs. Paleontologists have found fossils on all continents. Imagine that. Dinosaurs were everywhere. And, people can even find fossils near their homes sometimes. Isn't that exciting? Just think, maybe you could find a dinosaur fossil one day too.
Yes, finding fossils is exciting. With fossils, we can understand what life was like millions of years ago. It's like putting together a big puzzle. Paleontologists are pros at that. They dig very carefully so they don't damage the fossils. It's a big job, but it's worth it because fossils give us a window into the past. By the way, if you want transcripts of all our podcasts, click join and support us. We really need it and you'd help us a lot.
Now, let's talk about some famous dinosaurs. Have you heard of the T-Rex? It's one of the most well-known dinosaurs. The T-Rex was a large carnivore, which means it ate meat. Imagine how it must have looked with its sharp teeth. It was one of the biggest land predators ever.
The T-Rex is indeed impressive. One special T-Rex is called Sue. Sue was found in South Dakota and is one of the most complete T-Rex fossils ever. Imagine how excited the scientists were to find it. Sue's bones told them a lot about how T-Rex lived back then.
Now think about the Triceratops, another famous dinosaur. It was very different from the T-Rex. The Triceratops was an herbivore, so it ate plants. It was about the same size as an African elephant. Can you picture that?
Yes, and what makes Triceratops special is its 3 horns and big frill. That frill was like a shield. It helped Triceratops defend itself from predators like the T-Rex. Isn't it interesting how these two dinosaurs were so different in their features and diets?
Dinosaurs have really sparked our imagination over the years. Think about all the stories we have, like The Land Before Time and Jurassic Park. These stories bring dinosaurs to life in such exciting ways. They help us picture what it might have been like to live among these huge creatures, even though they are long gone. It's amazing how stories can make dinosaurs feel so real to us today.
Exactly. And let's not forget dinosaur toys. They are a big part of why kids love dinosaurs. These toys let kids create their own dinosaur worlds and adventures. Even though dinosaurs are not around now, we can still bring them to life in our minds. Our imagination helps us explore and enjoy the world of dinosaurs, which makes them such a fun and interesting topic for everyone to think about.
And that's why we use stories and toys so much. We've got no living dinosaurs today, so we rely on what we can imagine and create. Books and movies give us clues about what dinosaurs were like. Even if we don't know everything, it feels exciting to learn and dream about them. A movie like Jurassic Park might not be real, but it sure feels like we are right there with the dinosaurs.
Yes, and stories really take us on adventures. So even though dinosaurs are not here, we are lucky to have fossils and lots of dinosaur stories. We can learn, dream, and think, which makes dinosaurs an exciting topic even today. Imagine all the children getting inspired by these stories and wanting to learn more. Who knows? Maybe one of them will discover something new about dinosaurs one day.
Do you know how paleontologists find fossils? They use special tools to start. They begin with big tools like pickaxes to dig. As they dig deeper, they switch to smaller tools. It's like searching for treasure. They use small hammers and chisels so they don't break the fossils. Each bone is important, so they must be very careful. It's a slow process, but very fun for them.
That sounds amazing. Once paleontologists dig up the bones, the fun part begins. They have to put the fossils together. It's like doing a giant puzzle, but with dinosaur bones. Can you imagine doing that? When the puzzle is done, they get to name the dinosaur. The person who finds the fossil often names it. That's such a cool way to remember their discovery.
Yes, naming a new dinosaur is very special. Imagine finding a fossil and saying, I will name it. Paleontologists work hard to find these fossils. Sometimes they spend weeks or even months digging one site. You can find fossil sites in many places like Utah or Montana. There are special places where these fossils are often found, and paleontologists go there to dig.
It's a big adventure. They have to be patient and careful. Sometimes they use even smaller tools like dental picks and brushes to finish the job. This makes sure that the fossils stay safe and complete. When they find all the bones and put them together, it tells us more about dinosaurs. It lets us see how big or small they could be. Isn't it fascinating?
Dinosaurs came in all sizes. Some were enormous, like the Brachiosaurus, which was as tall as a building. But not all dinosaurs were giants. Some were very small, like the Velociraptor, which was about the size of a turkey. The Velociraptor was very fast and had sharp claws. It might have had feathers, too. This made it look different from other dinosaurs. Isn't it cool how even small dinosaurs had their own unique traits?
Yes, and not just velociraptors. There were other interesting dinosaurs like Ankylosaurus. It had a big tail like a club, which it used to protect itself. Can you imagine that tail swinging around in a fight? Also, there were pterosaurs, which were winged reptiles. They were not really dinosaurs, but lived in the same time period. Pterosaurs could fly, which is super fascinating. They show us that not everything from that era walked on the ground. Variety makes them very interesting.
Did you ever think about why dinosaurs disappeared? A long time ago, something big changed the Earth. Maybe it was a huge meteorite that hit the planet. When it happened, the dust in the air blocked the sunlight. This made the Earth much colder, and many dinosaurs could not survive. It's amazing how one big event can change everything, isn't it?
Yes, it's quite interesting. Some scientists also think that volcanoes might have been part of the reason. If there was a lot of volcanic activity, the gases and ash could have changed the climate too. But no matter what really happened, dinosaurs slowly went extinct. After that, new animals appeared. Can you believe that birds today might be relatives of dinosaurs? Their bones look a lot like dinosaur bones.
That's right. After dinosaurs were gone, other animals started to grow and live on the Earth, and birds might be the closest relatives to dinosaurs. Paleontologists have found that birds' bone structures are very similar to some dinosaurs. Isn't it exciting to think that when you see a bird, you might be seeing a tiny piece of what life was like back then?
Absolutely. Even though dinosaurs are not here anymore, it's nice to know that their legacy continues through birds. They remind us of a time long ago, and this is what makes studying dinosaurs so special. We learn not only about the past, but also about how plants and animals change over time. It's like a big storybook of Earth, and there are so many more chapters to discover. Thank you for listening to our podcast about dinosaurs. If you liked it, please click like and subscribe to our channel. This way, you won't miss our new podcasts. Also, you can join our membership for extra perks, like getting the text of our videos. Your support helps us keep making great educational content. We appreciate your help and hope to see you again soon.